I feel like I'm constantly standing on the shoulders of giants every day, just by stepping on set. So that pressure never goes away. For me, it's a matter of trying to figure out how to achieve what's on the page and then discussing with the director and everyone involved as to what's the best way to achieve it. And you just start breaking it down. The point at which you involve VFX, it also depends on what kind of project it is. When I worked on Doctor Who, it already comes as a very VFX-centered project. It's science fiction, it's fantasy, so inherently that's already a pre-established VFX approach, and so you start straight away. Other projects, such as Dangerous Liaisons, there were elements within the script that it could go either way depending on how it needed to be visualized. So the degree to which VFX is involved may evolve as the project goes on, but I don't like to go into production without having already put in place what will be a VFX approach and what won't. So it's all sort of at pre-production stage. For Dangerous Liaisons, we had the visual reference of Barry Lyndon. Period drama. It's such a walked path, and there is already a pre-existing visual approach and expectation. The director and the production wanted Dangerous Liaisons to have a modern sort of feel or feel sexy, that I wanted to think of lateral ways to approach it as well. And so though you have these sort of very traditional or classic, I should say, visual references, I think it's important to also try to look at something that's lateral in terms of visual inspiration to keep it, I guess, fresh, for lack of a better word. I do think the industry has changed. Some of the harder moments in our industry to do with diversity, even in the last 6 to 12 months, has forged a connection between both men and women in broaching that. So it's no longer just a woman's issue. I hear diverse voices talking about solutions and change and wanting for that change. So that's encouraging to me. I see more women being interviewed for roles, and not just because someone needs a female cinematographer. That certainly still happens, and I think sometimes in order to make change, you have to be more specific and be a tick box. But I think I am seeing a shift. This is why conferences like FMX are really important, because I think listening to each other and listening to the other disciplines outside of our own, we can establish an understanding based on each other's experiences and formulate what that next 10 years might look like. I think as a result of having to survive something, we go into survival mode and we come up with solutions. And I think that would be another way that we determine what we should do next. Yesterday, I was in the Sinners presentation, and I saw an image of the IMAX screen and its audience. And it actually brought tears to my eyes of how special it is for your frame to be seen that way. I mean, the FMX is a pure example of just how much passion and how much excitement there is for what we do, and how many great people there are involved, that this really is the best industry if we can just get a few things polished off.